this switch is the wrong one. Something's not quite right. It's lit up, it's glowing. Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Damo, and on today's video we're picking up from where we left off on the last video. So you may remember, hopefully you've seen it already. If you haven't done, check out the channel. This is going to be a part 2, I guess, of the Project 944. A little bit of an update on the niggles and jobs that have been fixed on this car, and also sharing some of the new ones that have been introduced. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel, click the little bell icon, then you'll get notified whenever there's a new video. If you're interested in 944s, the Mark II Audi TT is out there. Lots and lots of other cool car content on the channel as well. And I just want to say, once again, the recent support of all the cars, but especially the 944, the TT, has been really positive, and it's so nice to see. It does make all of the effort and time that goes into putting these videos out and together. I appreciate they're not brilliant. I'm not car throttle. I'm not Shmi. I'm just a middle-aged guy who likes cars, and I like to take others along on the ride with me and enjoy sharing that journey. So for everyone who has subscribed, to everyone who's taken the time out to comment, and there's so many nice comments, it's really appreciated. Thank you so much. Enjoy this video. Cheers. Another job I did, which was really satisfying actually, because it worked, was the cleaning up the blower fan motor resistors. It's the blower fan only stays on 4, so there's apparently the fan is all under here, this plastic cowling, I guess, and the way you get that off is just by pulling off this rubber seal. It just pulls off. You can see there's a lip here, and then under here, I guess you can't pull the whole thing off without taking a wiper out. I'm not going to do that. Pop off this plug, and then there's 2 Phillips here. We're going to pop this off, and the resistors are in here where they need a little bit of cleaning to make this work. So there it is. That's the offending part removed, and actually there's a part number there. I've seen these on a Renlist forum look a little bit different to this, but still the same. So yeah, something's not quite right. You can see there the contacts all look a bit corroded and rusted. So I'm going to get some vinegar, a bit of a toothbrush, give this thing a nice deep clean. A little bit of gentle sandpaper there, try and clean it up, see if it makes a difference. Okay, so we've spent a bit of time sanding most of the contacts on this, a little bit of work with a toothbrush and some vinegar, dried it all off. We're going to fit it. We lost some of the solder on the resistor springs, but yeah, we're going to pop it back in and see if it's made a difference. So that's all clipped in nicely in there. It's also a good idea while you're in here. Nobody's been in here for years. There's loads of leaves and crud, detritus, whatever. The stuff behind front and back of here, which I've managed to kind of clean out as best I can. Probably needs a bit of clean at some point. But anyway, all screwed in, plugged in. Let's go in the car and see if it's worked. Right, moment of truth. We're back in the car. Let's see. Number 1. Oh my goodness. Can you hear that? That's on low. Number 2 works. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. It's on nice and low. Wow, we've managed to fix the heater blower motor only working on number 4. I hope you found that useful. Okay, when you've finished doing all of that, remember to put this seal, I guess you could call it, back on, and the cowling that covers and protects everything under there, and it just goes on really easily. Push that down, and as Ed China would say, job done. A few other bits I noticed that are wrong with this car is the button switch for the passenger window. Just come to reverse the 944 out of the garage, and normally I pop this ring mirror in because we've got pillars and posts and all sorts of things, so but I do need it to see out so I can get out. You can see through there, it's quite narrow. Anyway, to do that I popped open the electric window, and guess what? If I hit the down button here, the window goes up. If I hit the up button, the window goes down. So that switch at some point has been fixed, but it's upside down. Another little job to do. turn it around so it controls up means it goes up and down means it goes down, so it's just been put in the wrong way around. There was two Phillips holding this in, and one of them's actually missing, so one of them doesn't look quite right. Anyway, I'll try and tidy that up as well. I'll ignore everything I just said because it's a lie. The connectors for the switch, see, a narrow one end and thicker at the other, so it was clipped in the right way. The leads were connected the correct way. I can only assume, therefore, that this switch is the wrong one. Would that make sense? If it's for another door side, if it's turned around, it must be. But anyway, I'll check on the part number, see if there's a slightly different part number. Maybe get a different switch. That just doesn't seem right though. Again, not a massive issue, but a niggle nonetheless. Also, what I've noticed, and I can't quite believe I didn't spot this straight away, is the passenger door lock doesn't work with the central locking key. When you unlock the driver's door, you sort of can hear it electronically. There's a lot of kind of there's a lot of electronics associated with the door locks on S2944s. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't work. You have to kind of do it the old school pulley up and pushy down way. Again, not the end of the world, but it will no doubt involve taking the door card off, having a closer look, see which parts are missing. Again, I'm guessing electrical connections and things like that are going to be a bit tired and corroded and what have you. We shall see. I have, again, a lot of these old jobs I've tackled before many times. I have noticed the sunroof cogs aren't stopping in the ignition 1 position and holding the roof shut, and I think what happens is then you kind of move the ignition key further down, and that's when the arms can retract in, so you can pop the whole roof out. None of that is really working. In fact, it's kind of clunking a bit. They're plastic cogs. They're sort of designed to fail, I think, with a clutch mechanism for the kit that's in the boot. I have repaired it before in my turbo. I am going to have to do that again, and from what I can remember, it's not the nicest job in the world. It's quite just finicky and tricky. You can get at everything, that's not the problem, and the parts are kind of cheap as, but it's just a little bit fiddly to get it and in such a way that it all kind of works correctly. Slightly probably over-engineered, that sunroof mechanism, but anyway, it'd be great to get it done. One of the win-win jobs that was very satisfying to do was the dashboard clock. Again, I say again, I have in the 2 previous 944s to this, never had a problem with the dashboard clock. They've always worked. Anyway, in this one, the LCD screen was broke. Right, I'm not going to cover this in loads of detail. There were tons of videos online about removing the clock. You have to take the cigarette lighter out. There's a little vent there that pops, twist it, 2 screwdrivers, pops, there's a screw in there, there's 2 screws behind a little panel here, and obviously the 2 screws that we found before on the end. You do need to pull this cover off very carefully, make sure it's nice and warm because you don't want it cracking, and then there's 2 screws holding on the heater controls behind that also hold down this panel that you need to pop this off. There's a pipe behind here. This is, I believe, where the temperature sensor exists to adjust the cabin temperature there, I think, and apparently when you connect it all back up, it's necessary to pop the glove box down so you can get that hose back on in here. There you go, quick FYI guys. As I say, there's loads more of those online. Let's carry on and see how we get on. Right, there you go, that trim piece is removed. Do it extremely carefully. We used the longest flathead screwdriver we could and slid it under there and just whittled it, and it popped straight off. Phillips screwdrivers, 4 of them, pop out the heater fan controls, and you can see here where this bit of trim needs to have those screws removed so they can just pop off. Also be careful over here, your controls for your vent, can you see behind there, that slidey dial, when it goes back we'll need to lodge correctly on there so that it adjusts. Okay, right, let's carry on. Okay, this is the car that keeps on giving. You can see, I'm guessing somebody at some point removed this, possibly to do a clock repair in the dim and distant past, and This bit here should be affixed to here and should lodge in behind here and then hold on. I'm guessing somebody tried to remove this without bothering to take off the heater control panel front and unscrew these screws and forced it off, and it snapped. The reason I suspect that is there's a bit of double-sided sticky tape on here, so it's probably not serving much purpose, but it just exists behind there. I guess now all it is acting as a washer for this bit. Anyway, yeah, be careful when you do this. Take that panel off first to make sure that comes out okay. You can also see here this pipe, there we go, straight off already. Come back here, you cheeky pipe. It needs to go on here, and when you put this back, it needs a damn good clean. The easiest way of doing that is to pop the glove box out, get into here to make sure this pipe connects onto there. Okay, we managed to get the clock off. You can see there it's connected with 2 Phillips screws down there, one on either side. There's a little electrical connector there and 2 little tabs there where it clips into, and then it just comes off, and you can see our defunct and rather grubby clock ready for a clean and hopefully a little refurb. Right, so here we are a week or 2 later. Been a bit of a delay. Anyway, sorting the clock out. This is the old bulb, and what came with the repair kit was an LED bulb like that. And when I plugged it in here, it didn't work, and I tested the connections with the lights on, and that did work. And what I've since done is bought an actual filament bulb, so it's even more original rather than LED. But it looks like we've got LEDs in here anyway, so someone's been around the car, which I don't know, I'm in 2 minds with the whole LED thing. They're kind of cool, but it's nice to go traditional. Anyway, we're going to put this in, see if it works. We know the clock works now. I just haven't set it, but it should be backlit with this little bulb. Goes in here. Let's try it. Little bulb fitted to the back has made the dash clock work. Works a treat. I'm looking at it now. It's lit up, it's glowing, and it's showing the time, which is just fantastic news. Okay, thanks for watching this pedal out video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, write in the comments, tell me what you think. If you haven't done already, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And once again, thank you so much to all of those people who watch my videos, who support the channel, who like, share and subscribe and put in the comments, do all the things to interact with the videos. It's really cool. It's so nice to see. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.